Guys, welcome to Omar Illustrated. I got a little video for you guys just to catch up. I haven't posted in about like 3.5 weeks. The last video I posted was when my bike got stolen. I actually filmed that video like within like 2 hours of my bike getting stolen, and like I kind of did that on purpose because I wanted to, like, I don't know, just capture my mood at the time. I was pissed. I think if you saw the video, you saw it. If you didn't see it, I was pissed. So I, to be honest, after that happened, I did a lot of thinking, so I did that video maybe like in an hour and a half after my bike got stolen, and by hour 3, I realized, man, like, there's so much things happening in the world right now, like. I don't have to list them off. Like, you guys know, like, 2020's been insane. So I kind of, I felt like, like my problems were kind of trivial. But I was still pissed. It didn't make me any less pissed, thinking that my problems were trivial, which they totally are. So I was kind of like, and I had a lot of anxiety because I felt like I needed to replace my bike, and that was maybe a lot of pressure. I don't know, not pressure, but it just seemed like there was one thing that I didn't anticipate I needed to do, and it just kind of I don't know, it kind of messed with me a little bit, to be honest with you. So I came to the conclusion that, like, I can't just build my bike. Like, I couldn't just build like a full custom build. It's just not the right thing to do. I feel like if something bad happens to somebody, like, the way to come back from that, and especially make it seem as if it's how to treat a trivial loss, is to come back and do something good to something bad that happened to you. So I think that's kind of like been a therapeutic process for me. And so what I ended up doing was building this bike. So I got it. It's a steel giant from the 1990s. It's a Yukon SE Giant. And I bought it on Facebook Marketplace for my sister. And my sister has been really wanting to buy a bike recently. And she was looking for one on Facebook, and she didn't want to spend too much, and she didn't know what she was looking for, and I just kind of knew what she needed, and I knew probably she wouldn't buy what she needed, so I bought this bike. It's a Giant. I got it for $80 on Facebook Marketplace. It's a 16-inch mountain bike, and I built it up to be what it is right here. It took me about like a couple weeks. I ordered parts online, mostly a lot from local shops, and so let me just show you the bike. And I'll just say, like, I'm really happy with this build. The bike turned out pretty wicked. I just went for the first test drive, or the second test drive, first long ride, and I hit like sand. I did some pretty steep climbs, and it held up well, and it was fast on pavement, and you'll see from the tires that the appropriate tires that go fast on pavement and do a lot of different things. So I really like it. And I didn't want to capture the build process for this bike because this was more therapy for me than like for my channel. And I draw a line there, the channel is cool, but it's more of like my side hustle than anything else. So so I kind of wanted to just do this and do it for my sister, and then kind of feel good about it, and then move on to my bike, which I will. And so I'll tell you guys right now, what I'm doing is I'm doing a Trek 830 steel frame Monster Cross build with like just some dope parts that I'm excited to show you. So that's like the Monster Cross Trek is the next bike, and my bike, and it's going to be pretty awesome. I'm really excited about it, but first let me show you this one. So there's a lot. It's pretty much in its final state. There's a couple details like the handlebar end caps and like I don't know. That's probably it. I'm going to paint the bottle cage, and I'm going to add a second one. So the bottle cage and a second one are both going to be gold. I'm going to paint the spacers gold, and that will be the final version. So you're not seeing the exact final version, but this is pretty close. Also, I mounted these tires backwards, which is frustrating. As soon as I saw them on the bike, I was like, oh my god. I told myself not to make this mistake, and then I made it immediately. Yeah, so that's kind of yeah, I don't know where to start. Let's start with the handlebars. So this came with funny enough, a bullhorn style handlebar, kind of a straight long stem. So I did was I switched out the stem, and it just needed to be raised because it was bullhorn, so they were supposed to be like up here. So I needed a little bit more length because like from the seat to the stem is like not that much distance, knees will touch. So I needed a little bit of extra room. So this the stem I got off of eBay, it is pretty sick. So it's 110 at like a 35 degree. The link is below. I think it's pretty solid for what it is. It's lightweight. The paint has a little bit of glitter in it. It looks nice, and it's a solid piece. These bolts, they're in there solid, and they're strong. They won't strip like most of these Chinese products from maybe even this one company. So this is one of their better products for sure. I had this phone mount. I'm not going to talk about. This goes in my bike. This bike will get a different phone mount. So I got these micro shifts because I had an issue. I couldn't find shifters, and the original shifters were broken. So like I finally found some micro shift, not trigger but thumb shift, which is just like you use your thumb shift up or down. And these were pretty cheap on Amazon. And Microchip is a really nice company, so they know they make quality products. So those are ridiculously awesome. And the reason why I had to get separate shifters, because the ones that have a combo are meant for V brakes, and these are not V brakes. As you'll see here, those are center pull. So I needed to get some center pull brake levers. So these Tektros are killer, and they have like an adjustment in case you have small hands. And they're just really simple, and they have a lot of that adjustment's huge. And then so we have these top cabin grips. This is probably my favorite part of the bike. These are amazing for the price. I think they were less than $15, and honestly every penny was worth it. These are amazing products. You guys got to pick them up. For this hand position right here, especially somebody with a big hand, it's like it's perfect. Like, and they're not moving anywhere. This screw, you want the right Allen wrench. You don't want to use the incorrect size. But they might be a little bit more difficult. They seem like they would strip easy, but totally worth it for the price. Outside of that, this is a gel comfort seat. And that's not a gel comfort seat, but it's just a comfort seat with springs. So this was a request of my sister. She really wanted some big comfy seat that had some bounce to it. To me personally, I felt like the seat for $25 was a steal, but it wasn't perfect. Like the two stanchions that hold the seat, they're too far apart, and that kind of made the seat difficult to get into the clamp. The mounting of the clamp was difficult. It came with like the bar end clamp that just hooks onto the bar, but I say most bikes don't need that. But outside of that, it's kind of like it dips from side to side. Like it'll dip like as I'm leaning, but it doesn't make you feel insecure. It's just it's okay for $25. It's excellent. And then so we have a sunlight rack. This thing is quality. It's lightweight, and it has a strip here, so it's kind of like a fender to keep the mud from hitting your butt. And then we have these Michelin Protec tires. They're pretty standard tire. They use them on a lot of different like rideshare bikes. They're excellent. They roll fast. They're super heavy, but that means they can handle a heavier person, and that's exactly what I need. So the last part is these GT pedals. So I wanted some mountain bike pedals, but I didn't want to spend $25. So I got these for 15 bucks off eBay, but if I can find them on Amazon, I'll post the link. Yeah, so that's kind of where the bike is right now. Oh yeah, so I did these cables. I ran all brand new cables. So, you know, to be honest, this was like a risk. Yeah, F5 risk. So they came with gears and gear housing and brake housing, which is what I needed. So I picked them up, but to be honest, they didn't come up with enough housing ends, and they didn't come with any ferrules for the end of the cable, which was come on, that's ridiculous. Like you need to give me one of those. And the housing was difficult to cut, and it didn't seem all that high quality. So I'll probably not go to recommend it, but if you need matching colorful housing and shifting, if you need a colorful housing for brakes, I guess it's okay, but I'd probably go with something different in the future. Maybe spend some more money and go with like Jaguar or something. I'm not sure. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I switched out the brake pads. I did a lot of we took it to a bike shop. They adjusted the shifting, and they adjusted the shifting, and I don't know, I just did balance the tires, and it's turned out to be a wonderful bike. It's pretty stable. I like it, and I hope my sister loves it too. Alright guys, so can I get you a good view? Not really. It's not a good place. Guys, so that's my sister's bike. My bike's coming soon. Parts are flying in. I got the actual frame off of Facebook Marketplace. I got it for 100. The frame's in not great shape, but it'll work. It's a steel frame. I can tell you right now I'm gonna run it kind of how it is, because it's kind of looks great, but this winter I'm gonna strip it and powder coat it, so that'll be great. But you guys haven't even seen it the way it looks, and I might even keep it the way it looks, because with its current condition, it just has a vintage feel that you wouldn't get from a new bike, and will probably be lost if I do all those crazy things. But right now, what's coming is I'll probably show you the bike in the unfinished state in a video. Oh, sorry. And then I'll kind of the bike will be in like real time, like from today. Bike will be ready in about a week, and so hopefully not too long after that you guys will see it, and I'll be reviewing a lot of the cool products on there. There's some very interesting products I think you guys should probably look at for your bikes, especially if you're interested in like building something that's pretty unique, like a monster cross. This is going to be a 1x, but it's going to be 1x7 to keep the price down, which is and honestly it's going to be solid with the 1x7. I'm used to a single speed, so I'm really excited for the 6 extra gears, and just all the parts I'm putting into it. It just like really like nice parts. So all right guys, peace out, take care. Check out the links below for all the parts I put in these bikes. Also this stem cap, oh my god, that thing is dope. It's a little pricey. I think I got it for like $8, $9 on Amazon, but man, what a centerpiece to a bike. Honestly, it just sets it off. First thing you see when you see the bike. Definitely recommend it. So all these products are linked below, and I appreciate if you guys purchase from the link. That would really help me out, especially the channel's not monetized yet, and so I want to see how like income can be generated, so I can invest more into the channel, to be honest. So peace out guys, take care. I hope you have a good day and stay healthy, and I would love some feedback. Peace.